Yo, James, what'd you think? Just us today on
Yeah,
the
man,
pod.
it was solid. It was like old times when we first started the podcast, and man, it was good. We dove into a shit ton of topics around Twitter growth, newsletter growth, general affiliate stuff. Just oh man, we covered like more topics than usual on here. And I
Usual,
think
yeah.
it should be a lot of value for the listeners. And if you all enjoyed it, let us know, and we can do more like this. If you didn't, let us know too, and we can scrap doing doing duo podcasts.
Yeah. I think it was pretty interesting to talk about the Twitter growth and the newsletter growth side.
Mhm.
Just like utilizing tactics that we've been like picking up on in the space. It's like
Mhm.
pretty growth hacky, let's just say that. And yeah, I think right now it seems like I need to be like I need to learn how to outsource my time better because I'm spending way too much time on Twitter. Um, I probably need to hire some sort of like ghostwriter or something like that.
You know what would help with that?
Yo, our sponsor. Actually,
Dude, that was the segue right there. I don't. That wasn't
yeah,
planned. Anyone listening? That was actually legit, though.
yeah. Tell me about our sponsor, James.
Yeah, man. So obviously, everyone who's listening to this probably has some kind of content site, and I think the bane of all our existence when we're looking to scale is to hire writers. And I've gone through the process many times, and after all this time, I literally have one writer that's on board with me from all the different ones that I've tested and used and everything else. And the idea is using Workallo is to be able to actually find writers faster without having to waste your time going through a lot of the average writers you find. And essentially, you're playing on the idea of volume, right? You're trying to
Hmm.
interview, I wouldn't say interview in that way, test a lot of different writers or hundreds of writers at once versus having to maybe reach out to a handful and then kind of go from there. Since you have more writers to choose from in your pool that you're testing, you're more likely to come out with a handful of good writers that you can add to your workflow and then scale versus spending all your time going through. And I've done it. I've had like tested 5 people and they've all been shit. And then you go, I don't want to bother doing this anymore. And then you end up don't hiring anyone. So yeah, if anyone's listening to here and wants to essentially scale their businesses, scale their content production. I know Jacky talked about on the podcast coming up how he has 100 to 200 articles coming up per month, which is ridiculous. You're going to need some tool like Workallo, and yeah, it's going to make
Yeah,
hiring a lot easier. But do we have like we have some kind of a coupon deal set up, don't we?
yeah. Use Indexy. All listeners get a discount, I believe. And yeah, use the link below and check them out. I think my personal favorite is it's actually free to get started. So it's like
Mm,
why not? You can send out I think on the free plan you can send out one assessment, but you can like pre-vet a lot of candidates and then just send the assessment. Just try it out. I think it's worth a try. Um, what I like about Workello actually, because I've played around with their software, is that they're focused on writers. So with that said, is they know all the pain points of hiring writers, et cetera, et cetera. I think actually the founders are writers themselves, so they know like how to vet, and they have like all these like nice job description templates that you can just plug and play and get it
mm.
sorted. So just guys, hiring writers is tough, especially in the age of AI. So you better like
Yeah.
go with a good platform or company with that. And I think Workello seems to be the one. I'm going to be personally hiring a technical writer for like on the cybersecurity side with Workello. So,
Nice.
and they're sponsoring the next couple months. So we'll keep you guys posted on how things go. Candidly, if things go wrong, I'll let you know. But so far, so good.
Perfect.
All right, listen to the pod. That's the plug. Appreciate you guys. What's good, everyone? It's Jacky Chou.
And this is James Lacey.
And you're listening to This Week in Digital Marketing. All right. Welcome to This Week in Digital Marketing. My name is Jacky Chou, and my co-host is James Lacey. This week, our guest actually, I think pretty sure we messed up the time, so it's just us two today. James,
Yep.
we haven't had a solo or like just a duo in a while, huh?
I know. Everyone's in for a treat now. They get us full time instead of a guest.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you working on this week?
Dude, man, I mean, we're talking before this podcast about Twitter, how we're both going pretty hard on Twitter now, and I think it's an interesting time because I think most people are looking to diversify out of obviously just having Google organic traffic. Obviously, we can try target other search engines, but they give fuck all traffic. Most people are looking to go into YouTube. I know I'm still doing YouTube as well, but there are other plays out there that are making people absolute, like, just ungodly money from social media. And I know I talked to you about the guy I'm using at the moment on Twitter, but he's been telling me about some of the clients he's got making just ridiculous 5-figure sums from high ticket services just from Twitter only. No website, no nothing, just from Twitter. And just once you get a big enough following, you get a lot of inbound, leads as well for whatever you're doing. So yeah, Twitter's an interesting, I mean, we've talked with heaps of guests previously as well about Twitter and LinkedIn growth. So that's definitely something that I'm going hard on, these few months as well, on top of everything else with YouTube and the sites and stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll finish there and let you go how you're kind of trying to leverage Twitter.
No, I mean, I want to dive a bit deeper into it. How's your YouTube going? And are you still doing like product reviews? How's the? I do
a little bit of. I don't do too many product reviews. That's kind of like when I can't be bothered doing a more informational video, I'll do a product review because I literally just shoot it one shot and just talk about the product. Because I just go for like the lowest effort for my YouTube because I'm posting 3 times a week. So it's even considering it's 4 times a week because one of it's live. So I have the podcast that goes out on Monday, and then depending on whenever the guest is, there's a live stream with that podcast now, so I can get my community members in the audience for a members only Q&A if they come, if not, whatever. But then it's live streamed. And then I have another video on Wednesday, which is like an informational whatever. And then another one Friday, which is another informational, whatever it is. And I'm trying to just smash that. But yeah, growth is slow as expected. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep pushing through. So that's kind of like the big thing. But I did start another show. So now I host 4 podcasts.
Oh, like another podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, how?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
And what is it about?
So it's for my other general fitness websites. I've got myself, my wife, and my strongman friend, and we cover basically we start like a basic, like a general fitness topic, and then we go into like the news of the strength sports world, powerlifting, strongman, weightlifting, whatever else. And we just do an hour show, same thing, live each week, and then just release it the following day. So yeah, now I host 4 shows, and I thought like 1 or 2 was going to be like too much and tough, but I've managed to somehow host 4. And for anyone who's thinking like, man, I don't have time to do YouTube, you definitely have time to do YouTube.
Yeah, they're just being lazy, man. You know what I think you should do? I was actually talking to a friend about this yesterday. Since like it seems like you and I, especially you recently have like cracked the Twitter code. Well, it's open source, so if you don't crack it, honestly, something's wrong with you. I think, I mean, it's like we have a sure way of getting engagement and reach. What you should do is like an online personal trainer program or some shit like that.
That's what we're working towards.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you just start? Like there's because it's you can. I'm getting DMs from like online PTs that they're offering like the Alex Hormozy guarantee. Like if you don't receive your results, you get your full refund. And then all they have to do, but it's like in the terms and conditions, is they have to, text you every day, like what you're eating, for example, like stuff like that. And then if they do that, then they're going to eat less because they're accountable, they're counting calories, so on and so forth. And eventually it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing. I mean, Sam Parr from My First Million pays someone to do that. He pays literally $300 a month to text what he's eating to this random person online. And then the person will just respond with like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Or, don't do that again. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Is that hard to set up? Have you looked into it? Like, how would you even is that a group chat? Is that just like a one-on-one?
So the way we're looking to do it at the moment is like a high ticket service. So there's people out there, I won't say how much they're charging, but they're charging like 4 figures for 3 months basically. And essentially what you do is you do like a cohort You bring in like a code, hey, I'm looking for 10 people, blah, 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 blah. That's the offer. Sell them on it. They pay. And then you do, essentially it's like, okay, here's your training plan. Here's your meal plan. So you kind of do everything in advance. Training plan, meal plan. You maybe text them each morning, I don't know, something motivational, whatever. They can send you like videos of them lifting for technical advice. They can send you food stuff. Hey, I couldn't get this food. Can I use this? Blah, blah, blah. Things like that. And he was saying it's really easy to do once you've got that in place. So yeah, that's something I'm looking to. I'm not going to do it myself. I've got my wife that will do it, and then my mate that will do it, and I'll do everything else. But I'll set all that up. Like I've already written the programs, and I've almost finished the meal plan stuff. But the high ticket, that services thing, man, like I couldn't believe how much money people were making doing it. And I'm just sitting there like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, okay, there's display ads and affiliate marketing, but this is like another level. This is not that chump change. This is like crazy shit.
No, I think they do like
mid.
Some of them do like mid 5 figures, right?
Yes. Yeah. Mid 5 figures, easy. On one like cohort sale. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
so you do 3 months and you make like 50 grand.
Yeah. With something like this, I wonder if that is something you can sell, because every cohort requires you to do like sales, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a hard sales. It's almost like an agency, because it's like a services model.
Yeah, if you had a group of coaches under you, like I'm pretty much doing that, right? Because I'm not going to do the coaching. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have my wife doing it, my friend do it. Say I brought someone else in, because I'm taking a cut from my coach as doing it. So essentially, if we sell 10 grand worth of coaching, I take was it 2 grand of it or whatever it is, for essentially having everything already set up and doing nothing. It's just inbound or whoever it is. So yeah, it's an interesting play, and it's not just fitness is just an easy example, but there's so much. He was one of the examples the guy was giving, like there's a quit porn coach, and he absolutely kills it coaching people to quit porn. Like bro, it's just I can't believe, man, like this high ticket service thing for if anyone's in these niches where you maybe have some expertise. Like, well, we're gonna bring this guy on anyway to talk at some point soon, so I won't say too much. But yeah, the high ticket stuff is crazy, and yeah, it's something that the reason why to build the Twitter following is to be able to do this, have this combined with the emailers, combined with the community, then send out the offer, and then essentially the community is like the community, and the followers and the emailers, they're warmer leads, and obviously trying to do it by cold outreach. So that's the plan, to kind of further boost the businesses there and just kind of get that rolling.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know how you could.
Yeah, I mean, on my side,
you could do a business coaching though, right? There's a way you should have some kind of business offer where it's like, I'm going to get your business to X amount of money per month.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but it's hell. It's because like I personally wouldn't do like business coaching, because I feel like a business has way too many variables like that you can't control. So if you do like the Alex Hormozy satisfaction guaranteed or results guarantee, selling the outcome type of thing, businesses is harder. Whereas I in my opinion, fitness, if you keep a person accountable every single day, they could probably reach it in like 3 months. Whereas like business, even if they follow everything exactly to the T, they still might like the business still might not do well. Just like too many variables. But yeah, on my side this week, I've been focused on growing the newsletter. I'm not sure if you've seen the numbers, dude. This shit is like insanity right now. We're almost at 20K newsletter subscribers.
Dude,
it is.
What's your open rates and things? Are they staying healthy?
I think the last one that went out yesterday was sat at about 35%.
Dude, that's solid.
So it's all right. No. It's last week it was at like 42. So it creeps up, right? As every day passes, people start opening more and more. So yeah, I think it's sat at like 40. We could say 40. But yeah, solid. That's going well. Trying to focus on growing it. So right now it's actually, I'm setting it up at break even. If not, we're losing a bit of money every month, which is crazy because like I think I'm personally booking like almost 10K a month on the newsletter. It's pretty insane. Because
so what's the plan though? Are
right?
you just selling advertising, but you obviously got your own agency and things. Are you still want to push? You're gonna push your own agency and all that through that like hardcore?
Yeah, it does. So like through automation. We have like a 3 to 4 step automation on our what is it? Intro automation. And what happens is like, hello, I'm Jacky Chou, yada yada. We run an SEO agency if you need help. Book a time here. P.S. Watch our podcast here, trying to push it a bit.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Yeah. And then it's like a pretty simple one. It's like a 3 to 4 email sequence that goes like, hello with SEO agency push. Second one is like a heavy podcast push. It's like it's kind of morally gray, but I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like, hey, want to come on the podcast? And then that's how I'm trying to get viewers that way. It's kind of savage, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it does. Because like normal salespeople don't be like, yo, come on the podcast. Yeah. So it's like a real email. And
then you let them down once they start reading it.
Yeah, a lot of people respond with yes, and I just kind of not respond. But
that's so awkward.
So we have a huge queue of potential guests.
That's so awkward. People are like, yeah, sure, I'll come on. You just ghost them. Oh man.
No, I'm like, yeah, I'll let you know, because some of them are actually great. Actually, like CEOs of 500 plus companies. It's so I have a pretty good list. They're actually interesting people as well. So we'll see. And then the last one is like push to sponsor our podcast. So it's
nice.
I would say I'm like squeezing every drop of like monetization out of this newsletter. I'm not like the best at, for example, SEO or best at paid, but I'm like pretty damn good at monetizing. I'm sure you've noticed that. I can squeeze like every drop of money out of something. So I'm not too worried about that. So growing that, I'm moving my newsletter from Active Campaign, because fuck those guys, to ConvertKit.
Oh, they put their prices up, right?
Active Campaign or ConvertKit?
I read something on Twitter. Active Campaign.
Yeah, perhaps.
I read something on Twitter.
Like
they put the
$300
prices.
Yeah, it's something crazy. I'm paying like $300 a month. It's nuts. So moving it to ConvertKit. And I also am changing the domain, right? Because I bought marketingletter.com for it. Yo, dude, it's
nice.
Scary times when you're changing email domains. It was like $6,000, I think, for the domain. Yeah, it's like pretty expensive, but I'm glad I got it. It was $6,000. It's the domain age is 18 years old. Isn't that crazy?
Damn. Wait, did you buy it with the plan of kind of growing the newsletter and selling the newsletter? Was that like the long term?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to sell Indexy.
Indexy
is my that's my handle.
Yeah.
Man. I don't want to sell that.
But then the goal. So you sell that newsletter, but then you lose all your email list for Indexy as well, then?
Yeah, dude, but I'll just grow it again. It's not that. It's like pay to play for me at this point. It's like a
gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I mean, I sent out like a tweet about this, saying like the whole business model of newsletters is not like a long-lived type of thing, because it's just arbitrage, right? You're just like doing traffic arbitrage or ad arbitrage
right now as well, right? Because it's the trend, people are more willing to jump in and potentially buy a business or a newsletter business at least.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm not sure. Do you know Stacked Marketer, the newsletter? They're like OGs in the space.
So.
I think they're based out of Austria. Shout out to those guys. The founder, I think his name is Emmanuel or something like that. They have 50K marketers in their list, and they recently acquired another marketing newsletter that had like 24K subs, and it was pretty interesting to see. I'm sure they paid like nothing for it, because the previous owner didn't seem like he was monetizing properly. But man, dude, I'm like. At this point, I'm pretty confident I can get to 100K subs by the end of the year, because,
damn,
yeah, that is so wild, right? So I have to build out a team. at 100K subs, like this is a 7-figure, like well into 7-figure business. I've calculated it's going to be so tough to grow it. But yeah,
Dude, that's
see.
crazy,
we'll see.
man.
Yeah,
that's nuts. With 40% open rates too, if you can maintain that with 100K followers, like, dude.
Yeah, and like our sponsors like it too, because like I'm putting, if for example they would pay now and then get the newsletter push in 2 months, but in 2 months my fucking newsletter sub is going to be at like 30K, but they're paying like today's prices.
Yeah, which
is wild. So like, for example, like our sponsor today, Work Hello, shout out to those guys. We'll do the plug later, but they paid up front, but then they added slots once every month. So smart. So I have to figure out a way to like defend against this, because they're getting way too much value out of it.
They game the system,
like, way too much. Yeah, like this other advertiser, he booked out completely the 50% of the inventory for the rest of the year. I'm like, I can't say no to that, right? Because it's like 5 figures in, like, well into the 5 figures in revenue. So they're like, yeah, can we just book it all, like 50% of it for the rest of the year? And I was like, you know, how do you say no to that, right? So I let them capture a lot of value that way. By the same time, when they booked a slot in December, dude, imagine getting like,
oh my gosh,
100K plus like shout out for fucking like a grand or something like that, $1.5 grand. You know, that's absolutely bonkers. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on. The newsletter and Twitter growth, dude. Twitter, Elon like open sourcing the Twitter algorithm is huge. Like, you know exactly what you have to do. So, and like the listeners, like, shouts to you guys, just get on Twitter, man. It's so easy nowadays. And the key is, I think, at least I have a friend who's like, she's trying to grow her Twitter audience right now. You just like pair up with, or like create like a little bundle of small accounts and then just like engage with each other, and it'll boost it all collectively. So that's why I want to get like an engagement group going. But you know, if you guys are listening and have like 5K plus followers, soon to be James, but not James yet, but 5K plus followers, DM me.
Hopefully by next episode, because the auto DM campaign is going to go hard starting tomorrow.
Oh yeah. That's I started like, I dug up my old account and I'm doing like cringe Twitter tactics on there. That, you know, auto DM gets you banned, right?
What do you mean gets you banned? Everyone
like,
does auto DM.
Yeah, they do, but it's like against TOS. Like, people have been getting banned.
Isn't it if you do an auto DM in a certain way or something? I think it was if you do auto DM that makes them automatically follow you or some shit. I don't know. I didn't read the terms of services properly. I just kind of skimmed it and was like, fuck it. I'm doing it anyway.
Just try it, dude. Who cares? Just try it. Yeah, but dude, at first I was like, you know, it's kind of cringy, guys. Like, I don't want to really do this. And then I realized it's actually huge. It's like nuts. This is why people do it. It's pretty interesting times. But dude, did you not feel the Google update at all?
No. But most of my sites never feel any updates. It's bullshit. Well, it's such kind of go because they don't go like down from them, but they don't go like skyrocketing up either. I just kind of chill in the same zones, and usually my Google Discover traffic is the only thing that changes during updates. Like, it's almost like I know an update's coming because I get Google Discover traffic, or I lose Google Discover traffic.
Got it.
It's either it's weird, but I don't know. I just don't seem to get hit. I think it's a link thing. I think I got a nice little moat around those two main sites, but yeah, other than that. But what's funny though is I have that old pet site I was telling you about. It's like DR 0.7 and ranks like #1 for a couple of buyer intent keywords, and it hasn't been touched since 2020. Doesn't get hit by Google updates either.
Wait, is this the site you were talking to me about off air?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When did you buy this?
And it had I got that one from scratch. That's my first ever website that I started writing and making. And it's just been sitting there since 2020. It doesn't get hit by updates. Ranks for like some best pet buy intent keyword, makes like $15 to $20 a month on Amazon, still somehow, and just like doesn't get hit. And it's like the shittiest, like has no links, nothing. And just I was like, all right, okay. We'll just maybe try to pump some other content on there and see what happens.
Yeah. See what happens. Dude, are you gonna sell any of your sites?
Not my main ones. My main ones are my babies, man.
Dude, I think you should sell one, man.
No way. I'm not selling these. Bro, the potential of the general fitness one is like, man, it's like just from ads and affiliate, the potential is like mid 5 figures. And then obviously everything else on top. It's just like that thing is just going to go mad. That thing's a huge beast. And the combat sports one is like, that's my other baby. Probably not as much as big in terms of monetization, but in terms of brand awareness and stuff, it could be. Because the brand awareness has grown. I mean, I've got auto suggest now on Google and YouTube for my brand plus review. That's pretty legit.
Love it.
Yeah. None of my affiliates have written reviews yet.
The fuck? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Annoying as shit, but all good.
Yo, what's your you were doing like a course or a community at one point, right? How's that going?
I still am. Yeah, I've got I got communities for both. It's good. Since I got these Twitter, I guess call them coaches on board and stuff, they also run communities, and I got some really good advice from them. That's why I started doing the podcast live, because to help with membership retention, because you want to be able to provide the community with just like something that's added or different or some kind of benefit from being in there. So a lot of the guys in there enjoy, because they ask questions. Maybe they have a fight coming up, so they'll ask questions on stuff like on preparation for their fights, or they're injured, what to do. And that's been really good. A lot of them enjoy that. But then this is just another layer on top where, hey, I get this expert guest on and they can come on the actual podcast and ask questions to this guest and stuff. And that's to help retention. And he was saying what you do is you line all these guests up and you add them as events in the Discord. So I've got like 4 events in advance. And then, so when someone's potentially looking to leave or whatever, like, oh, if I leave, I'm going to miss these things because these things are already in place. So he's like, stuff like that to help with retention. So that's something big I've been doing with the community. And then then that's why we started with that new general fitness show as well, because then if we have that live, that's another thing to add for that community as we built that one. Because that one's a little smaller currently, just because the site's, I guess, generally newer. But that one will grow and grow and grow as we slowly get more traffic and more people on board and things.
So, I mean, I feel like the combat sports one. So I do see the fitness having like huge potential. Like I think that's huge. Your home run. I think that's your actual mega home run. I see it. I see that one.
I agree with you.
Yo, some chips off the table isn't bad, man. I'm thinking
it wouldn't be enough
one.
if I sold it. I wouldn't be enough to sit there and be like, hell yeah. At least not yet. Like, well, if I sold it now, the last couple of months have been pretty average. But if sold it now, it would be what? What's 30? I couldn't even do the maths on the top of my head. But it'd be like close to mid 6 figures maybe. But it's like, if I want to sell for like something like that for a shit ton, you know? And plus, but my face is plastered all over it too. And I host a podcast and the YouTube. So selling it would be difficult. I'd have to remove myself more. And I want to try.
Is there like revenue? Is there a revenue on the combat sports podcast?
Yeah. Oh, on the podcast? No, that just it's almost like a
branding player
on it. But yeah, pretty much. And then so I don't know if I don't think I'll sell that anytime soon, but I want to try the high ticket stuff on there too. It's a different audience. It's generally a poorer audience. Fighters have no money. But it might be worth, like, if I can grow this Twitter and then grow Twitter for that and potentially try it, because there are recreational people that will, if you kind of maybe play it on a different angle, I don't know, figure something out and try the high ticket play on that one. That could be interesting because I've got a bunch of really good coaches that would be perfect for it. That would provide something so unique that no one else is doing, which would be really interesting.
So you're saying fighters are actually broke? I wouldn't have guessed that. That's wild. Like professional fighters,
poor shit. Bro, even professional fighters are poor as shit unless you're at the very top. Most of them work full-time jobs or part-time jobs and train full-time.
Man, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. You don't get paid much unless you're like the top of the top, kind of bringing in the pay-per-view money kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Dude, one thing I thought would help with, so one of our guests today that was supposed to come on was like an eat expert, right? And the architecture site that I was talking about that got like hit, well, not hit large, but like 20% is pretty hefty because it just took like a 30% haircut. So another 20% on top of that is like, well, damn. Google, just go easy on me, man. And like my shitty AI sites still aren't hit. So Google, you gotta fix something. Something's wrong. Like the architecture site is my baby. I tried to do everything right. Dude, the TikTok is at 100K followers. We have like multiple videos with like millions of views.
Okay, but what are you doing with those TikToks? Does TikTok do anything for you?
Well, dude, I thought Eat would be like, that would help with Eat or some shit like that.
Okay. Outside of Eat,
our YouTube
can you
videos,
monetize it or get people to email
yeah,
us
but you get paid
TikTok?
like cents. It's nothing.
Oh, dude.
We do get a lot of traffic from, we get like newsletter signups. And been having trouble selling newsletter sponsorships on like the architecture side, man. No one wants to pay for it. It's wild.
Interesting.
I don't know what to do. Like we have like almost 10K subs on the architecture niche, but I don't know.
Dude, that's legit.
It is legit.
Well,
but
okay.
I'm trying to.
Can you make your own product?
I could.
Is there anything you can do on that you can make your own product?
Guess I could, but maybe I could just try to like drop ship some hats, with like, I don't know, industry keywords. I don't fucking know.
There's like, that's the worst influencer play. But no one else has anything else to sell. You create merch. That's the fallback. Architecture hats. Dude.
Yeah. I wanted to do I want to do a Kickstarter for like coffee table books a while back, but it was just so high effort. And now like the revenue that has dropped in, I mean, so to give like the audience some context, this site I think I purchased like for 10 grand 2 years ago. Got it up to like doing 15 to 20K a month. And now it's set at about, I think it did like 7K last month. So I'm not gonna die, but it ain't great, it ain't great.
Yeah.
So like when we were doing 15K a month, I was like, all right, I have like hefty budget to, launch a book. It'll be exciting. It'll be nice. It'll be something I'm proud of. But shit, man, dude, now 7 grand, our costs are high because I have to hire an editor for the videos and shit. We have high content costs. We're churning out like 100 to 200 posts a month. It's wild out here. Yeah. So like we were actually building it right, this is becoming like a real architecture media site. But yeah, I think the issue, I spoke to you about it, like we made the mistake of writing about celebrity homes like too heavily. So before this, we ranked for everything under the sun relating to architecture, best architecture books, best architecture podcast, everything. But now it's like, lost all that, lost all the affiliate keywords, only left with celebrity homes. Like we're a celebrity expert, man. It sucks. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what you could actually create and sell as a digital product on a site like that. I know nothing about architecture, so I've got nothing like off the top of my head. I don't know if there's anything
a lot.
Yeah. Then why
AutoCAD templates, for example. Like home renders, like pre-rendered, and you just like sell that.
Dude, why didn't you do something like that?
Dude, it's high effort, man. It's like a lot because I don't even know how to read the file. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have the software to read the file. How am I supposed to sell something like that?
You get it back from your from your Fiverr gig, and it's just like a massive dick in there instead of the actual house window.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, imagine the backlash we get from that. Oh my goodness.
That's digital PR, bro. PR links if you do that.
Yeah. Or let's talk about digital PR. How the ideas I gave you, how was the execution on that? You popped off though, right? Like did
So
you get a lot of traffic from that? From your
a
campaign?
couple of hundred, but yeah, my campaigns were good enough for journalist stuff, I don't think. And I think within combat sports, I think it's too niche. Like, what journalist is gonna pick up a PR piece about how long it takes to go unconscious when you're choked? That might be more of like a fetish thing. Maybe some adult journalists would pick that up or something. But like, it was more on like the most effective chokes in the UFC and stuff like that. And I was like,
you know what you should do?
Well,
I thought about this before the pod, but I wanted to pitch it to you after the pod. But yeah, you should do something along the lines of that will create backlash for the UFC. You know, like for example, what are the long-standing impacts of fighters from the UFC after they retired? Like for example, the NFL. You know how they had the concussion shit. Like do something like that. But it's like a net negative for your industry, but it'll pick up hella PR for sure.
There's a couple of papers in this space, but I don't know if they give enough information to do a PR thing on it. The other one I did was I made up stats for the fitness one and tried that. But
shouldn't have admitted to that on air. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
Well, it flopped, so it's like whatever. I'm not going to use that again. So yeah, that one was. I mean, that still got a lot of views and stuff, but yeah, that was a tough one. But the one I came up with recently, I was talking to a mutual colleague friend that we have, was like doing like obesity rates by state and then overlaying political bias.
I mean, yeah.
So like red states, blue states, and then the obesity statistics.
That's so funny.
Because that would like
that
would just be outrage everywhere with how it runs. So I was kind of like
both sides.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. You know, so I think that
should do it, man.
I want to try to. I need to. Yeah, eventually once I got to find all the stats and shit like that. Fuck, the digital PR is not an easy thing to do.
It's not.
It's like it's killer having to do all that stuff and put it together and make your page journalist friendly and this and that. It's like, man, it's a mission.
Yeah, dude, I'm like struggling to do that for clients right now. But the thing is, did you see the Ahrefs article with Patrick Stock saying digital PR doesn't do shit for ranking?
I saw you linked there. I didn't go through it though. What was
so
the
funny
premise?
I mean, I said in one sentence that digital PR doesn't do shit.
Why? Okay, why?
Ranking. Because I just read the headlines, bro. And I just linked it.
So you asked me if I read it. You haven't even read it, and you bring it up on the podcast. Oh my god!
No, I mean, I did. Okay, that's a lie. I did read it. The general premise was like, or at least from the tweets I saw, were that like they're typically not relevant. Like the links, they're not niche relevant. So they claim they don't have an impact. And then some guy in the advice community was saying like, "Yo, this is an expert, like 5,000 IQ Ahrefs PR move because." Dude, they're just stirring the pot. Either way, people are talking about it, you know? Like, we're talking about it right now.
Yeah. I haven't read the article, but talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm skimming it right now, but I can't... It's hard to kind of skim and pick anything out of here other than...
Dude, Patrick, we should get Patrick on the pod, but that guy's insane, too. He's pretty intense. Good guy, though. Good guy.
Do you go after PR, like these high news... I guess newspaper links and stuff like that. Do you find them valuable?
It's sexy for clients. I definitely do that for client work. It's like because I gave you the playbook on how to do it for digital PR, right? It's pretty simple. Like the idea, if it's good, it'll pick up. So, like it's like an easy playbook, and costs are maybe a couple $100, you know, and makes the client so happy. Because it's something they can, report to thetheir boss.
Yeah,
like,
they can leverage.
We got shout outs on freaking, I don't know, Forbes or some shit like that. It sounds great. So it's not like a direct correlation to rankings. I've never seen. But
if you've got a stellar site too, it's going to increase the value of your site because you've got these links that people can't usually get.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I think rankings wise, because right now we've been doing for the architecture site. Fuck this site, man. We have a guy dedicated to like help a reporter out every single day. The guy like smashes it. Obviously using ChatGPT. We're getting like 1 a week, bro. And it's like the effort to links ratio is not there. Yeah. Neither is the rankings. Yeah, dude. Well, it's like the thing is, 1 a week from like them telling you that, okay, we're gonna place you here, but it's probably more than that because I check Ahrefs and we actually get placed quite a bit. Like we get, and it's huge publications. It's like the Spruce or like Wirecut or shit like that. But I think for them, when they do it, it's more of like, oh shit. It's more of a PR play on their end. Because I know some guy on Twitter also does it. His name's like Ash, I believe. He sends out queries on Help a Reporter Out. Yeah. For PR reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So like, he's the reporter?
He is the reporter, but then he's looking for subject expertise. But like, so they can have like a byline in the post, you know, like quote, James DeLacy says yada yada yada, and then you, James DeLacy, as like a non-SEO savvy person, might link to that in the future, you know, shit like that. It's a pretty interesting thing to do because I don't know if the queries are very expensive, right?
I don't know, but I know there's like some super shit ones that come through that like end up doing like roundup posts from experts, and it's like 40 plus experts weigh in on this topic, and you get a link from there with 40 other people. And you're like, what a waste of time,
dude. Don't shit on the skyscraper technique, man. Yo, come on. But
is that one you go for then?
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure we go for that. We go for it. I was like, anything related to architecture, I'm now a subject expert in. So and the guys writing on my behalf using ChatGPT. It's like, it's great. It's so easy now.
Are you using your name for the site then? And everything. So it's
as like one of the owners. But yeah, it's because it's easier, right? I have like my LinkedIn is like pretty well done, I guess. Because I think that's the most important part. But yeah, dude, I think digital PR, the setup for it is like smart in theory, it should work, right? Because you have one outbound link from the digital PR page into your like target, your money pages, so to speak. I think the setup there is like pretty nice. We'll see.
Would you ever like redirect that page in the future to like a money post?
So savage, dude. So
just
savage.
Get rid of the post and just have all those links.
No, you'll lose links that way. You'll definitely lose links.
Okay.
But
or just repurpose the page.
You could repurpose it and keep
just like an article.
Yeah.
And then just
it's like
hop down links.
You know, you have your obesity by political party, and then you like 301 redirect it to like how to lose weight.
No, I was thinking like if you do that, like because it's on essentially on obesity, fat loss, whatever, then you could like almost turn it into like obesity article, but about fat loss or something like that, and then have those links just come straight through to all the different pages and turn your links contextual.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to do that to supplements, to be honest, because I don't give a fuck. And just go hardcore on the supplement side.
Dude, are you going to sell supplements? Because I remember chatting to you about it. I think did you chat to Tom Wayne about it in the end?
No, I talked to James Camp actually about. He has a bunch of suppliers. There's a company that drop ships white label supplements, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know this thing existed. But I mean, some of them are pretty shit, but some of them are alright. They even do coffee as well. So if anyone's in coffee niche, you should give that a go. They do like coffee infused with manuka honey and coffee infused with different mushrooms and shit like that.
Oh really? Dude, mushrooms are like all the rage right now.
Yeah, hard. So it's interesting. So I was thinking about it, but then I'm thinking how the hell I would modify my buyer intent articles if I had my own product without looking like, you know, when you go into those sites and you're like, but even for like hosting, and you're searching for like this hosting versus this other hosting, but it's like that hosting site that's done the article, so you know it's like super biased, so you don't really trust it. It's like same thing. Like if I have best protein powder and then number one's my own protein powder, like, yeah, I could maybe justify it, but the person reading it's like, well, you just put your one number one. So I'm like, if I'm already ranking number one for a term like that, I don't know how I would plug it without it looking just like, I don't know if it would.
I've done that for clients before. I think the best way is to like be open about it. So for example, if we're doing like best waterproof boots, like if your client is selling waterproof boots, like pro tip here, if your client is selling waterproof boots, ranking for best waterproof boots is so easy. So like, for example, if you start selling protein powder, ranking for protein powder will be the easiest thing you've ever done. Because like it's something with like the topical authority. Like Google will think that, yo, this guy has an e-commerce store. Why wouldn't he be a topical expert? We're seeing that with faraway.co right now. You guys can like Ahrefs it. The graph is insane. But yeah, all I'm doing is like, I'm just moving affiliate content over from my sites that have been hit by algo updates, and it's mooning. It's mooning so hard right now, you wouldn't believe it. But
damn. So what, you're just putting their products number one though?
Yeah. So you don't put it necessarily number one, but you put it in the first place. You don't even label it number one. Just say, hey,
we do our own kind of thing.
Yeah, we do. By the way, before we get to the list, we do our own shit. Check it out. Here's why we think we're the best like option. And then you go into like, all right, best waterproof boots, number one, fucking Clarks or some shit.
Interesting. Okay, so that's all. That's kind of like the edit you would make then to your article that's already ranking. You just edit your one basically before the affiliate table.
It's not even one. It's like position 0.
Yeah, but you did it under or above the table if you had a table. Before, right?
I would do it before, just before everything, man. It's like do it for conversion. Okay, I would put it at the top of the page, like right under featured image if I could, but it doesn't rank that way.
No, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that then. Dude,
that works every single time because you're open about it. Digital natives are like us, you and I, like who are on the internet all day, can smell BS a mile away. Like for example, the best hosting. If you see like GoDaddy lists their own hosting at number one, you'd be so turned off by it that you would choose not to pick them, right? Like stuff like that. So, but if if they soft pitched you, like how I explained it, you might have a better chance of converting, or give them a shot. Yeah, I think it's exactly. That's the best way forward. But yeah, so you're not going to drop ship?
I don't know yet. I don't know because I'm only in 2 main supplements at the moment, and I haven't branched out too much outside of there. But I would want to create my own, and I want to do something that's not scammy as just for the brand. Like one thing I would potentially want to do is like collagen, and because there's some really good research with collagen and tendon health and tendon rehab, and it would be essentially like I want to pull a really good tendon researcher that I want to pull on the podcast that's done a whole lot of stuff with it, and I could use that as leverage or as information as well to help sell it. That would be the idea, and then to be able to have that. So that would be something that I would potentially like to do, and maybe start writing some collagen stuff. But like, so a lot of the products are just like so shit anyway.
So shit,
like mass scan, and like, So it's a trade off, and then I don't want to go develop my own because one, I don't want to have to go through that process and pay thousands of dollars for R&D, taste all that kind of shit, and then have to get it labeled, and then have to get the manufacturer. Most manufacturers don't actually put it together there. They probably ship the ingredients or whatever to manufacturer. The manufacturer puts it together. They probably don't ship to the customer. They send it to another 3PL. So you've got like fucking 3 things you're trying to organize in that workflow. And then you're trying to deal with that. Then you've got customer service on top of it. Like, I don't know if I want to go through all that, at least not yet. Maybe in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, give it a think. I think there's something with the FBA there. Like not selling on your own website, selling on FBA, doing FBA, but like drop shipping. Because how large is your email list right now? Speaking of like launching your own product.
That one's really small. Email. That one's only like 1,500.
Sweet,
but it's growing. And then the Commerce Sports one's like 4,000. Yeah, they're rookie numbers. It's all organic right now, but they'll get big. Hey, auto DM campaigns, bro. That'll blow up.
Yeah. I mean, you have to figure out a way to monetize them, right? Because the auto DMs, like, newsletter subs are great, but if you don't have a way to push them into something,
Well, I push them
it's
into the
tough.
membership. Everything goes to the membership or to
What's the
affiliate
conversion
stuff,
rates like on there?
Bro, I don't even know. I haven't been able to. Bro, I've set up like no tracking outside of Google Analytics because I just cannot figure out tracking. Do you know how hard tracking is?
Use ChatGPT, man. It's hard.
I've done
chat.
I had ChatGPT up to give me like automatic like Bitcoin price on Google Sheets, and the formula just wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck this.
Because dude, I also have issues with tracking, which is sad because I'm an engineer by trade.
Bro,
but
it's the hardest thing.
It's pretty tough. With like Google Tag Manager, it's like even worse.
Dude.
I just put everything in header. It's bad practice, but now I've shifted to Google Tag Manager with ChatGPT's help. Like anytime there's a whole block of text where they're like instructions step by step, I just paste that whole thing into ChatGPT. I'm like, yo, what do I need to do here? And then just figures it out.
I guess really, yeah. But Google Tag Manager, bro, I don't know why they make it so damn hard. That thing is horrible to use. Just to try like get events sorted on Google Analytics and conversions, and then get the e-commerce values in there. It's like, dude, I would love to.
It's tough.
But yeah, so I don't even know my conversion rates.
Dude, have you moved to GA4 yet? Or are you pushing that back?
Oh, I've had GA4 and Universal Analytics for like whenever GA4 came out. I installed it. Which was 2 years ago. Yeah. So
easy then. Sorted.
Yeah, I've had both. I've had both the whole time, but I just looked at GA4. I've just looked at GA4 graphs since it came out because I was like, they're going to change to it anyway, so I just kind of use that. But the only thing I look at is just traffic. Traffic and where it comes from. And that's kind of like in which pages, and that's kind of all I'm as far as
so you
I
don't
go.
like you don't wait, do you like monitor your best selling products on Amazon? Or like your best
I don't have anything. Oh, you mean like the stuff that I sell? Affiliate stuff? I'll look, but no, all I care about is if my article's ranking high enough, then I know I'm selling shit. And if I just look at my overall revenue each month, then it's like cool. Because most of my stuff's through private affiliate programs anyway. So
I swear to God, man, try selling on Amazon. Like,
dude,
try
Amazon
affiliate. Try Amazon affiliate.
I do.
Do you not see the conversion rates versus private affiliates? It's like absurdly different.
Yeah, but the private affiliates make way more per sale. Way more.
But how much per sale do you make? Sorry, how much per click do you make? Because that's what's important, right? Like,
okay. Do you want me to look at my Amazon right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
And we'll see. Wait, you want to see my conversion?
Click to conversion on Amazon versus click to conversion on the private affiliates. I'll go on mine too.
Wait, so let's look at last month.
Yeah.
Last month. So I had 5,834 clicks, 9.7% conversion.
9.7. Okay.
Yeah. The month, can I do the month before?
I'm at 9.17.
Okay, so that's pretty similar. If I go last quarter, 8.48% conversion, 19,000 clicks. That's
What's your private
side.
Affiliate? Your like largest private affiliate conversion rate?
Okay, let's see. Probably this.
I bet it's like 0.0. I bet it's like 0.5% conversion rate, bro.
Let's see. I'll do last. Oh shit! Hang on. No. Okay. 5.56%.
5.56. All right, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That's wild.
This one, 5% for last month too, and then in January, 8% in January. Ooh. That's for one of them.
Yeah.
That's for one of the affiliate programs. They just have really good. They run like a shit ton of sales, like 24/7. They're running sales basically, so it makes it a little easier. What about another one? The supplemental one does the conversion rate's a lot lower, but there's lifetime commissions, so I like that one.
Oh wait, sorry. What is this? What is this product that for the affiliate?
That's that one was apparel.
Apparel.
Well, sports. I don't know, martial arts gear basically.
What's your like top selling product on your affiliates? Is it apparel?
Yeah, that'd probably be. It was a different program, but their affiliate program has changed drastically recently. They got rid of the coupon codes. Everything's done through links. That was my top seller, and that one was like, I mean, that was bringing in like even the bulk of my revenue at one point. But I can't remember what that one's converting at now.
Interesting. Maybe it's like
2%. I cannot check. Reversion doesn't let you check a lot of stuff, I don't think. Just a bit of a pain.
Yeah, because there's a formula to calculate here, right? It's pretty simple. It's like 2% conversion rate versus like how much money you make per click. You can calculate how much money you make per click, and then you can like reverse engineer if it's worth sending to Amazon or your affiliate programs. But every single time I've done it, maybe it's only in the home niche. So I've only done this in the home niche. Maybe it's different in your industry. But every single time I've done it, it always made sense to send it to Amazon versus like private affiliates. Even if private affiliates, like on share a sale, they're like 30-40% commissions versus Amazon's like fucking like 4.5%. It's still worth it when I calculate.
That's nuts, man.
Even when we do calculations on this every like half a year. Well, at least I do it. The team doesn't. It's hard to explain this. But yeah, I think this is like something people should definitely keep in mind, at least, for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. But what happens when Amazon slashes their commissions again?
Dude, yeah, tough to say. But yeah, I think the main thing is because Amazon people buy other shit too. That's why that's where you make most of the money, and their cookie is pretty sick. Yeah.
But I mean, I get the same thing with that private affiliate. Like, I get commissions on their whole cart. So
yeah, but then the whole cart of a private affiliate, like a private e-commerce store, versus all of Amazon, like the potential is limitless. People are gonna buy like, I don't know, boxing gloves plus a fucking Samsung TV, no shit like that. You're not gonna get that on like somebody, it's So definitely, I think. To the listeners, if you guys have private affiliates, run the numbers. I think it might surprise you. Like James surprised me with his 5% conversion, because when I was doing supplements, the conversion rates directly on my Shopify store was, I think it was like 0.5%. So I had like an affiliate that ranked for best ginseng products, sent directly to my Shopify versus sent directly to Amazon. Huge difference. Just worth noting. Yeah. All right. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
it's a pretty good pod. We just like shot
for sure.
Yeah. You guys, if you're still listening, it's a 50-minute pod, just us.
Yeah.
Good old times, James.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know, because we might potentially bring it back. Who knows? If the audience loves it that much, then we might have to.
Yeah. It was fun. If you guys are still listening, hit the like button on YouTube. Everyone just go on YouTube, please. I'm seeing our numbers grow on the podcast platforms, but I just want to push everyone to YouTube, because that's at least we can monetize that.
We want sick monetization, right? You want to
everyone please just go to YouTube. Stop. You can just leave it on. It will be like ambient noise. Help us run up the
play the whole channel.
yeah, and like comment, maybe like let us know which guests we should have on the pod in the future. I'm kind of losing ideas. Like we have like a short list of people we want to get on, but it's we're working through it pretty quickly. So yeah, let us know if you like this format. We'll bring it back if enough people like it. That's the pod, James.
Sweet.